First tonight at 10, a father is behind bars accused of shooting his 3 sons. Amazingly, they all survived. It happened along sunlit Coral Street in First tonight at 10, a father is behind bars accused of shooting his 3 sons. Amazingly, they all survived. It happened along sunlit Coral Street in Ruskin. And Fox 13's Evan Moon is live outside the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for us tonight. Evan, what happened here?
Just a crazy story. Investigators tell us that Christopher Brown and his sons got into an argument over a car that ended up in shots fired at his own 3 children. Luckily, they're all okay. We spoke with some neighbors out there today. 3 kids shot by their own father. Now that man faces potential life in prison.
When you look at the facts of this case, we know this defendant did everything he could do to try and kill his children.
A fight between the family broke out Sunday morning around 11 a.m. outside the home in Ruskin. The sheriff's office saying the fight was about a car. 36-year-old Christopher Brown hit one of his 3 kids in the head with a gun, causing the gun to fire and graze the child's ear and jaw.
His first child, he pistol whips him. After pistol whipping, he takes out his gun and shoots him, missing his body but hitting him in the earlobe, striking his ear.
With one boy shot, the other 2 brothers ran at their dad as he tried to get into his car. But investigators say Brown then fired several rounds at his other 2 sons. Both were hit and taken to Tampa General Hospital. Thankfully, all 3 boys survived. One neighbor saw it all unfold on his Ring camera.
Our camera was blowing up. I looked and I see about 5 police officers, a paramedic, people running around. Text messages start blowing up, saying like, are we safe? You know what's going on. So, real crazy situation.
And several neighbors say it wasn't the first time Brown and his boys had issues.
You know, I have small children, like not even feeling safe to do what normal kids do and just run up and down the street without worrying about fights breaking out, gunshots breaking out.
Court documents show one child had a digital recording, what may have been a voicemail afterwards from the dad that said, quote, I tried to take your life, you won't make it to Wednesday. Now the state attorney filed a pretrial motion to keep Brown. Documents show one child had a digital recording, what may have been a voicemail afterwards from the dad that said, quote, I tried to take your life, you won't make it to Wednesday.
This is the book of Matthew 10 verse 34. It reads, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, right? It says, I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. We got to give all honor and glory and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth. This great gospel coming out of our Bible. And let's get back to this verse, Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, right? Right now we're in the time of what? Division and separation, especially amongst these family members, right? These family members, which you got family members just killing each other, unaliving each other, right? It says, man accused of shooting own children, right? You seen the video. He pistol whipped one son and shot the other 2 while they try to run up, right? That's the times we're living in, because the Lord is putting the spirits in these people do these things, right? It says, mom, 72, shoots her 38-year-old son inside their Arizona home for playing video games too loud, cops say, right? They don't raise up these kids. Now the motherfuckers done got old in the crib, don't want to leave the crib, don't want to work, don't want to do nothing, right? And it's a full division in them households, man. Right? A full division in them households, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, right? It says, Matthew 10 and 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father. And you had those 3 sons, they were against their father, right? To the point the father had to put bullets in their asses, right? You had another video where the father has a shootout with his son, right? You got all these different, here in Chi-Town, you just had a mother, she stabbed her 7-year-old child, right? It says, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household, right? These people be like, It's so bad, I'm not going outside. I'm not leaving the house. I'm just going to go to work and come home. And guess what? The motherfucker in your crib going to be the motherfucker who going to put you to death. Who going to put you to death, all you wicked ass and Israelites not repenting and returning back to your power. Right? Not returning back to your power, because what you love this goddamn evil world. Right? And guess what? These people, the people they love, they going to put to death. Right? It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth a son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. The Lord telling you men to wake your punk asses up. Right? Wake your asses up. It's high time to wake out of sleep. Because while you about to be saved, right? Only the elected, right? The Lord's talking about salvation, deliverance, restoration. You're talking about continuing to stay asleep. You're talking about another 20, 30, 40 more years, another 1,000 years in this fucking place. You deserve to be unalive, right? It says, he that loveth father. That's their thing. They don't want to lose their family. They don't want to lose their wealth. They don't want to lose their lives, right? It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. That's why once you come to the Lord, man, right, that extreme love that you had for the people around you, and I'm talking about your family members, that shit fades away. You still love them. You'll still do anything for them, but if it exceeds the Lord, that's where they get cut the fuck off. The Lord comes first. Our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. First off, they don't want the Lord to put them in your life. The Lord can take them out your life. Read the book of Job, right? It says, he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. That's the times we're in. You're supposed to be finding the Lord. Seek ye the Lord while he yet may be found. Right? We got these zombies in this society. They wanted to build their lives. Jakes was living in a nice little crib in Arizona, wherever they was at. And guess what? The spirit of a death angel, the spirit of that spirit of division, separation in the household came through, and it's gonna come through in many more households. Right here, let's read this. It says, man sent friend a video of girlfriend's dead body after shooting her in the head, later fired rifle at police. Right, that's the times you in. You got these women who think they so fine, I'm so cute, I'm so pretty. Guess what? You about to catch pretty bullets in that ass. You about to catch knives in your gut. Right, you about to be unalived in this society, because the Lord will give a fuck about a pretty bitch. Right, husband found guilty of decapitating wife, an act of grotesque savagery. Nibs smashed wife's head with a mallet before flushing remains down toilet in London. Right, you got this London Ving Rhames, right? I call him the London Ving Rhames. That nigga went crazy on Esau. He went crazy on Esau, boy. He had flashbacks of her doing bad things to him, probably in captivity. And the Lord said, get this bitch. Get this bitch. Let's read it again. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that lose, man, it's a lot of these men, they don't find their lives, they done became successful, and out of nowhere, they don't end up putting their wives to death. Right? Guess what? They don't lost that job. Right? They no longer successful in society, right? Because guess what? One thing is happening is the businesses are closing. Opportunity is vanishing. And what comes with that? The love of many waxing cold, right? Because nobody's helping each other like they used to. Right now, every motherfucker for them goddamn selves. As a spirit on the earth, it says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life. Makes a lot of jakes with these Edomite women. They think, I'm all right, man. My white wife is she got a rich family. Right? They about to lose everything, goddamn it. And you about to lose everything too, right along with their ass. It says he that, and guess what? The spirit of that get out is about to pop up. Right? Especially with all this racism in the air. There's a lot of spirit of racism in the air.
Man, I received some great news today. I woke up this morning and got on Twitter, and I heard that 2 Clansmen tried to run up in somebody's neighborhood and got their ass knocked off. Oh, man.
So you telling me the KK came to Motto in Atlanta? You telling me That ain't a motto. ATLANTAGA, that's where I stay.
We have two Caucasian males who went to the hoods in Atlanta with their white hooded sheets on, the triple K kind, and got unalived. You see, we know they're racist. We know they're in their homes. Look black, and they're being racist and pathetic. We know. But when you come into the hood with YNs, you don't know what YN is, and it's not for you to know.
Do not let Trump white folk. In law enforcement, it don't matter what job you hold. I don't care where you live in this United States. Do not let Trump get you sent to the morgue. Do you understand? Listen to me. I need you not to let this fool gas you up to the point to where you're going to act how you feel. You're going to act out how you feel. White folks, don't be baited. Don't be fucking stupid, okay? There gonna be a lot of you that get on this video and gonna take what I said out of context, which is fine. This is what you do. I won't be baited by any of you. If you continue to foot us, i.e. the unprovoked attacks, the unprovoked aggression, the unprovoked murder, the unprovoked everything, you will be without sanctuary. Black folks, go by the book.
Two Clansmen finally got what they deserve. Every single last one of them that walked the face of this earth will get what's coming to them very soon. So I love to hear they decided to walk inside of DeKalb County with their white hoods on, thinking they was going to spook some black folks. I wanted the rest of y'all to try to go ahead. Your buddies is just the sacrificial lambs. I think the rest of y'all might succeed, you know?
Hey, my people, Christy here once again. Welcome back.
Got to go back to Matthew 10:34 again. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." Right? A sword, right? The Lord said, "Thus with violence shall this city be taken down." Right? And we already know that the spirit of violence is in the air, the spirit of division and separation, not just in the households of you Israelites. It's amongst what? These different people, these different nations that have been put in this melting pot called Babylon the Great. Right? This place was not set up to go on forever. This place has a expiration date. And we're getting closer and closer to what Babylon the Great's expiration date, right? This is the book of John 3:17. It says, "For the Most High sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world of Israel, but that the world through him might be saved." Right? Because salvation is of the Jews. Right? "I am not sent but unto the house of Israel." Right? John 3:17, "For the Most High sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be what? Saved. Might be saved." Let's get this. This is the book of Isaiah 45:17. "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord." That's who the Lord came for. That's who Yahweh died for. That's his blood was shed for who? The children of Israel, for the elect of the children of Israel. Right? He was a sacrifice. Because the Lord cut us off. Our power, Yahweh, cut us off. It says, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." Right? This world we're living in is coming to an end, but that next world coming will never end. It's the kingdom of heaven. It's the kingdom of heaven. It says here in the book of Luke 12:32, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's," and what's our Father's name? Yahweh. He exists. "For it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." We already read who the kingdom is for. Israel, the people who's going to be saved, right? Israel. This is the book of Matthew 24:12. "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Right? We're in the time of love waxing cold. We're in the time of division, separation. We're in the times of friends against friends. Friends fighting like enemies, like the scriptures say, right? We got to keep it according to what the scriptures is saying. Anything else is what? Unscripturalized. It's unscripturalized, right? And we looking for iniquity to step up, right? More killings, more murders, more deaths, right? More bad fucking news. Every day you're going to wake up to more bad fucking news. This is the book of Matthew 24, verse 22, and it reads, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, right? And it feels like there's a movie. What's that movie? The motherfuckers catch that blood virus and people turn into rage, right? 28 years later. 28 days later, right? 28 weeks later, whatever, all that shit. And that's the spirit on the earth right now. That spirit of rage, the spirit of anger, the spirit of hate, the spirit of division, the spirit of separation, the spirit of fuck you too. Right, that's a spirit on earth. It says, except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And we know the elect is only coming out who? The children of Israel.